I just did the speakers in my Accord, and I'm going to link the speakers that I bought in the description below. However, I cannot in good faith recommend that you buy these speakers unless you're absolutely certain that you have your original speakers to turn into a bracket. And you don't mind cutting them up, obviously. Now, you might be thinking, what about adapters? And I bought 2 adapters because I needed them for the front. These speakers still don't fit in those. I will link adapters down below if you need, but I recommend buying a different set of speakers. All I'm trying to say is I can't recommend these speakers unless you're willing to do a little bit of ghetto engineering or redneck engineering, which I'm very comfortable with. So that's enough yapping. Let's get on with it. The rear package tray is a pain in the ass to get out. First, fold your rear seat down. Then there are a handful of clips which retain the package tray to the sheet metal here. After that, you can either force this up through here and pop all the clips out, or you can go in the back through the trunk, and you see up the top here, we're looking for the green clips. You won't find all of them, but you'll find most of them. And again, I'm missing some of them. With that done, you're supposed to take the C-pillars out because they interlock with the package tray in the corners, but I simply got the seatbelt out of the way and it bent enough upwards in the middle here to where I could finesse the C-pillars off of it. If you have factory speakers, you remove 1 bolt and then you slide the speaker sideways to get it out. Now, I'm tearing the cage apart here and I'm ripping out the surrounds because the cages are too big to fit otherwise. I want to avoid cutting up the actual harness in the car, so I'm going to reuse the little clip from the old speakers that came out of the car. And all I did was take some tin snips and break the plastic, and then I soldered my new wires with speaker wire from the actual speaker to this connection from my car. Make sure the plug goes down, and then we just get those 2 little fingers in there and push it over. Oh, that actually worked. Cool. Now onto the front doors, and they're going to be a motherfucker, just so you know. There are several hidden screws inside the door panel, so we need to take those off first. But before we can take the door panel off, we need to take the tweeter off. Pull, and it slides up. Jam that in there pretty good, and pull. And there's our 2 screws. Under here, we need to get this rubber thing up. I happen to have a screwdriver that I f***ed up, and it's actually perfect for getting this out. I was able to get under there and just lift. And there we see our screw. Next is the bull hidden ones. First one is here. That goes in there. Great. Second one is here. And obviously someone's been in here before because they've used crimp connections to connect the tweeter before. I'm probably just going to disconnect this. We don't need these for now. Now I'm simply going to pull on the door panel very carefully. And then we simply lift straight up. Disconnect the courtesy light here, and all you do with that is twist, and it pops right out. You have a clip here, you have a clip here, and you have a clip here. You basically just flip those off of there, and you would also disconnect this, which is down over here. And looking at this, these are not factory speakers, so someone's been in here before. In fact, these look like drywall screws, honestly. Those are literal drywall screws, oh my god. Well, my original harness is gone, so that's fantastic. So see, this looks like the rear panel did quite a bit, because you have this little loop here. That's probably where the clips went, and there was probably a fitting for a bolt here. The tweeter is dead. It's no longer working, so this is useless. We're just going to kind of tuck that behind for now. So now, obviously, I have to wait to get the speakers installed. I'm going to order these from Amazon and see if they work. There's mixed reviews on them, so I'll be right back. Now, so I can roll the windows down if I need to in that period, I took this out. I just have 2 zip ties, zip tied together. So see, I can open the door, shut the door, roll the windows up and down, lock the doors, unlock the doors, and I'm fine until I can get the adapters for those speakers. Alright, so we got our adapters in, finally. Slide them in, and down. This little hole here, you would have a screw, and then you attach your new speaker to this. However, I don't have anything here, so I need to go to the store real quick, and we're just going to use those little license plate things. So these license hardware things worked perfectly for my application, but the speaker doesn't fit even still. It's hitting these clips. So on the Accord, gray is positive and red is negative, which does not make sense, but whatever. Now I'll connect these, and the screws that are provided are too long, so thank God we still have whatever did this before me's drywall screws. This time we've got pink and green. So the pink one is the negative, and the green one is the positive for some reason. Alright, then on we go. Drywall screw time. Alright, now we just see if they work before we put the door panel back on. Alright, let's try some old dubstep. See how that goes. Spaghetti. Alright, how about some heavier stuff then? Alright, how about Sound of Silence by Disturbed? And now I have music again, and my speakers don't sound like and they're not going every time that I turn on the bass. So I hope this video was entertaining to you. Side note, if you didn't see my post on YouTube, I am incredibly busy. I just finished working 63 hours this week, and next week and the week after that are not much better. So videos will be few and far between. But as usual, you be good while I'm gone, and you be good while I'm at work, and I'll see you next time. Have a good week.